Hey, hello, good afternoon. Evening, it is already evening. Winter time started. I'm sitting in my room. In front of me, I have a new vlog, and I would love to talk about that. I just had dinner with my parents, which was a really great meal, and I'm smoking at the moment. I haven't smoked much because I got a new door in my room. I can show you. There it goes. Pretty cool. Energy neutral, really thick glass, and it looks really great. I will talk about that later on. I also would love to talk about a couple of books I wrote, and I will put these online tomorrow and Friday for free. But I will talk about it in a bit. So, mm. uh, like I said, I haven't smoked much today. This is my fourth, maybe my fifth piece of tobacco. I roll my tobacco on my own. I like that better than cigarettes. Um, yeah, just a moment. Mm. I just made another vlog. I deleted it because the first thing was the cat was scratching on my door. Meow, meow, meow. Very annoying. So I put him in the other room. And the second time, I was, talking like this. So that wasn't really cool. So I have to start all over again. Another, I don't know, 15 minutes. Mm. It's vlog 69 already. Um, I'm busy with my fourth book in the meantime, and that started with vlog 51. That was during summertime, and I hope to make a book out of these vlogs as well. Not sure how I will do that. I need to read them in a way. So we'll see how that will go in the future. Mm. Nice. So here it goes. Vlog 69, Friday the 1st of November 2019. Good evening, everybody. It has been nearly 2 weeks ago since I last put a vlog online. I had an easy couple of days. First, I want to start with that I put a new promotion online for the 3 ebooks I wrote. They will be online for free from Friday the 8th and Saturday the 9th of November 2019. Pacific Daytime on Amazon. I will put a link down below. I hope you do want to read them. If possible, that you can give me a star and or comment. Would love to hear from you guys. If you like my vlogs, you might like my books as well. The first book is called Milestones and is about the time I got hospitalized after a very big psychotic event around 2005. It is still accurate until this day. That book exists with the story, poems and drawings I made about that event. Also, the first steps in my new belief about the afterlife. The second book is called Traveling Weighty, which means traveling God, and is a poem bundle with poetry about the afterlife. I did get a 3 to 4 month promotion for that book on Amazon. Unfortunately, no one bought it back then. I read it recently and I'm still positive about it. I got many views on these poems on Cosmofunnel back then. I was even nominated 2 times for Poem of the Month. The third book is called A Pharaoh's Guiding, Psychosis and Reincarnation. This book is about the vlogs I put online on YouTube with stories, poems and new drawings I made about the afterlife. That is from the first half of this year. Like I said, I would be very grateful to get some comments and stars on these books. It would be very cool. Thanks. Let's start with the new vlog for this week. I had a nice chat the other day about what God is with a good friend of mine. We came to the conclusion that God exists outside his own creation. Otherwise, it couldn't exist. That was a tough nut to crack for me, and we talked it about for a while. What is the ceiling of his creation in a way? So that good friend of mine explained. You can go on and on about it. I explained my own visions on that. That good friend of mine is Muslim. He looks to many religions to learn about life, and he believes in that 100%. I do respect him for that. He thinks that the Quran will become the biggest religion in the world one day. I do think there are nice things in the Quran. It is more accurate than the Bible, in my opinion. He also said that I should make my own path, and if I'm right, time will tell. I do believe I'm right though. Like I said many times before, I believe in reincarnation, and that can't be found in most of the religions. I don't believe everything that is in religion because of that. There are other roads out there. According to Joseph Roelof's work, the Bible and Quran will become one book in the future. Then everything that isn't true will get rid of the books, and what is true will stay. That might upset people though. We also talked about all of the prophets you can follow. They did really great things. I do believe that Joseph Roelof will become a prophet as well. Time will tell. We all have different views on that. For me, religion had its time for a large part. They tried to let people know that the afterlife is real. That is a good first step. But there is so much more. Sometimes they make people scared, and that isn't a good thing in my opinion. Like an eternity in hell. We all can get out of these dark places. They will all dissolve eventually. The earth, the afterlife, and our universe will die off eventually. And all of the souls are being attracted to new places in the universe on a higher spiritual level. I'm not saying that it's easy though, but God is justice as well. I do respect people who are religious, don't get me wrong, but I think that the work of Joseph Roelof will become the new Bible in the future, and that everyone will read his work, which consists out of 27 books, about reincarnation and moving with our twin souls through the universe from planet to planet. I think that's a great gift for us, closer to the home of Christ. Watch some YouTubes. First about Jung-Gi Kim, a recommendation by Rob Bradley, an artist who brings art to a whole new level. Damn, he's good. Also about desalination of water, about the ocean cleanup by a Dutch guy, and about Dracula, that he was a real person living in Romania. He did very bad things, like putting people on a stake, mostly Muslims, around 20,000 people. Jordan Peterson, about female pornography, the difference between male and female, that was funny to listen to. Also another movie about what goes on in the mind of a killer, between good and evil. Moral story about people, that children need to learn to be social between the 2nd and 4th year. I had a great sleep. Today it's Saturday morning. It is raining a bit. I am chatting with my eldest brother a bit. He lives in Manila, the Philippines, in summertime. He went to the gym and is enjoying the weekend. I had double digits again a couple of times today. They give positive outcomes according to the internet. Now it is only waiting that it does. Not sure about it though. I took some rest in the afternoon. I'm listening to the Beatles and many albums passed by. Sgt. Pepper, The White Album, Rubber Soul and Magical Mystery Tour. Nice. Made a coffee or two. Just took a nice shower. Washed my hair, brushed my teeth, new and fresh clothing on. We'll have dinner around 6 p.m. with my parents. I also had some thoughts about my artwork and books again. Will it do something in the future? I really hope so. Tuesday, 5th of November 2019. I'm really tired since wintertime started. To bed early, resting in the afternoon. Had an easy couple of days. Tomorrow I will get a new door to the balcony, so I have to get up early. Do need to clean my room a bit because of the dust I will have in my room, covering the TV and screens. Tomorrow I also need to take my blood samples for the medicine level. I am postponing it every time. Need to pick up the medicines for my parents as well, so it has to be done tomorrow. Need to go to my therapist on the 4th of December. Other things. I didn't went through to the next round with the contest I was participating in. That was a bit sour in my opinion. It might be because of the subject, I guess. There were some great drawings in between them, have to admit that, but most of them were the same, mostly portraits. There were also drawings that were less than mine. Because of that, I searched for other contests, but you have to pay them a lot of money to participate in them. I don't have the money for that. Maybe another time then. It is still early. Made a second cup of coffee while listening to Neil Young. I like his albums from around 1970 a lot. Watched some YouTubes this morning from 1000, a mural artist from Seattle, United States. I'm digging his art a lot. Also watched some YouTubes from Jung-Gi Kim again. His art is a whole new level for me. Damn, he's really good. Upcoming Saturday I will go out to a nice restaurant with my family. Hope it will go well. It is outside my hometown in a small town close by. Last time I did have some troubles with thought. It did went better than the previous years though. This time I can't go home earlier though. There is no or bad public transportation though. Wednesday, 6th of November 2019. I went to bed early last night, around 9:15 p.m. Woke up around 7:25 a.m. Made a cup of coffee. They started to tear out the door downstairs first. Tomorrow they will come to my room. It is nice autumn weather outside, around 10 degrees Celsius. No wind and no rain. This morning I went out to take blood samples. Finally. First I took a shower before leaving. Also went to the pharmacy to pick up medicines for my parents. I saw a niece of mine and we had a nice conversation. It was a while ago since we last saw each other. Friendly woman. She used to babysit on me when I was a kid. When coming home I cleaned the coffee machine downstairs. I cleaned my wardrobe as well, giving many items away to the poor. Were clothing from the last 14 years or so. I need to save up money for new pants. I have enough for summertime though. I bought some t-shirts last summer. In between I watched some YouTubes from 1000 again. Great artwork. Listening to Garbage version 2.0 from 1998. Time flies. 8 p.m. The workers left 2 hours ago. They were busy for the entire day. They nearly finished downstairs. Tomorrow they will come upstairs to place a new sliding door in 2 rooms. One of them is my room. I had a great spaghetti dish with a sauce my mother made with an uncle of mine. Great taste, including some red wine in the sauce. Really full afterwards. I turned on the heater. The evening has fallen and it is cold outside. I made a cup of coffee, listening to music again, like Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen and Bob Marley. Easy evening ahead of me. Tomorrow I have to get up early, because the workers will arrive around 7:30 a.m. Thursday, 7th of November 2019. Woke up around 6:22 a.m., made a cup of coffee to start the day with, did my internet routines, open up the gate in the garden for when the workers will arrive. Want to watch some YouTubes today. I will probably spend the day downstairs with my laptop beside me, then I have something to do. I put on Paul McCartney's new album. Last night I got a recommendation about an album made by Average White Band. Not bad, I liked it a lot of soul. Reminded me of Eddie Kendricks and Steely Dan. 8 hours 12 minutes. Gave some replies on people who gave me a comment last week. Gave the cat some food. Put on Tom Waits' closing time. Small chat with my parents, whom were having breakfast. I'm remembering some dreams I had last night. 9:15 a.m. I'm sitting downstairs. The workers arrived. They already started, so I had to leave my room. My father is letting the dog out. I'm watching some YouTubes. The first one was about 5 great Roman structures. Another one was about delivering food in Amsterdam by bike. Some days you earn much, other days not as much. You are your own boss in a way. If you want to quit with it, you can quit and call it a day. I made the last cup of coffee. Said good morning to the workers. We'll continue with watching other vlogs. 10:37 a.m. Went out grocery shopping with my mother. Bought some slippers for myself and my father for inside the house. They weren't expensive actually. That is the reason why I bought some for myself as well. It's a bit too small. I have size 43, but size 44 was too big. Afterwards we went to the bakery and supermarket. The workers are having a break. I'm sitting downstairs in an armchair with a cookie, surfing a bit on the internet. We'll be eating beetroot with baked fish this evening. Okay. Decided to write some material again while sitting downstairs. Here it goes. I'm a bit sensitive with other people surrounding me. That is odd. That has been a while. I'm trying to keep my thoughts in order, in peace. Being on my own mostly helps me with that. Strange to see and notice. It happens like that. It can be that sensitive. Luckily, the fantasies of a psychosis are getting less. I have to get rid of these weird turmoils. In that way, I'm getting back on track again, mirroring it with normal thoughts and feelings. I have to start over with that. Normally, I don't sit downstairs often. Maybe I should do that more often. Do think it's nice, better than being outside moving from bench to bench like in the past. Other places aren't great either, like cafes and coffee shops. You need a place to feel at home. I have that nowadays. When being really psychotic, I lost all of these great feelings. I lost my intuition and normal way of thinking, mirroring these strange thoughts and fantasies in fear and anxiety on everything, like an open book while having a nightmare in daytime. Still have difficulties with that. I do write and draw mostly. I'm still too tired and not focused mostly to do other things. The psychotic turmoils are being on the front line in a way. On the surface, too much. The trick is to get out of these turmoils, but that is easier said than done. Losing your entire inside of life within your mind, gradations within gradations, on top of each other, starting all over again, like a copy in eternity, like the ceiling in a way. You have to get out of the box, with a double meaning behind it, time after time again. We can learn from each other. I'm trying to be as honest as possible. Many people can have benefits from my stories and vlogs. In the end, universal love is all there is. Again, outside the box. That is a recurring thing in a way. You need these boxes to understand yourself. Then again, you don't need them at all. Letting go again. It is like God is. Creation outside is creation. Otherwise it couldn't exist. Sometimes slipping away within a madness. Sometimes it is the biggest gift there is. Learn to be you. Learn how to think. Stepping outside the labyrinth with time. Feeling universal love flowing over in your life. Okay, then a part, I'm not very sure about this part, but I will tell it anyway. Life on Earth is a big thing. Like I said before, all the choices you have to make. going to school, working afterwards, relationships, children, etc. Because of that, you can't slip away in these weird expectations. What is important? You dedicated your entire life in these feelings, only to discover that you lost your own inner core. We should respect each other with these things. What if we don't have a relationship, for instance? Children? Are you a weirdo then? Going to parties with only couples or with only singles? Not going to any party at all? Also, working 9 to 5 for 5 days in a week. It can break you down. Like a robot working in tight schedules without free time. You do need a life's goal in a way. What is important? You do need money, of course, for instance. Maybe learning new things along the way. Is it a Western mentality or other visions even? There are many different point of views, religions, philosophy, cultures. People can get depressed, burnout and panic attacks as well. It isn't working in the light of God in a way. Mirroring that on many lives, looking to reincarnation for that. The frames of some views don't interact with the universal love, but in an empty well. It is great to accomplish things, of course. Go for it. On a smaller scale, individually, but also collectively. Growing in universal love. Do work you really love doing, otherwise it will drain you. Don't forget to live your life. I'm having thoughts about these things. You have to be someone in frames of the afterlife projecting that on society, high or low. Again, find something you love doing. Fight for what you want to accomplish. That's not always via the paths you needed to take when going to school and working afterwards. There are many things in life which can lead you to another path. The inner core is the most beautiful thing you can accomplish for yourself. Some frames of society don't fit. Have a look at that. We'll grow into new lives eventually and project that on a new society, moving from the afterlife back to the earth, for the good of humankind, for ourselves and others as well. We all benefit from that. New paths will open up for us. When being psychotic and schizophrenic, you have different paths as other people. In a way, I want to make myself useful. I do that by writing about my illness, also talking about my new visions. In light of society, I'm sort of a failure. In light of the afterlife, I'm doing good. In a way, it is also forgiveness from past lives. In the light of reincarnation, I will grow higher in the spheres of light. When I would have lived during the Second World War, for instance, in the state I'm in nowadays, I probably would have been murdered. I didn't fit in society. Society is better nowadays, but not entirely there yet. We can change society for the better. We are still divided mostly with many things. The movement of your mind and feelings can be strange, delusional and hallucinating. Perception of time is different. I do like my medicines, step by step, moving further, climbing up the stairs to learn about life. Life can be tough. Learning about universal love is the best gift you can get. That is eventually the outcome where we all will go to. Watching YouTubes again, about the possible invasion during the Second World War in Japan. Never knew about that. It would cost a lot of lives. But eventually, the US threw an atomic bomb and Japan surrendered. Most of the Japanese people would have fought against the United States, Britain and the Commonwealth. More than 31 million people. They also had a lot of planes left and the Japanese would have carried out the kamikaze methods. They were only out of ammunition. Furthermore, Japan is an island in the ocean through which it was difficult to invade them. The evening has fallen, the workers left, they will be back tomorrow for the last things. The doors are in its place in both rooms. They really did a great job. We'll have dinner in a bit, beetroot with baked common dabs with my parents. I'm listening to hip hop, most def, digging the album Black on Both Sides a lot. Okay, more than 18 minutes. Yeah, that was the vlog for this week. I hope you all have a great week, and I would say until next time then. Okay, thanks. Bye.